Hello. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Rooted and Rich podcast, where we talk about money stories, building wealth, and the journey to financial freedom. Today, we have Rosezena, the biz lawyer. We're so excited to have her here today. She assists people with trademarking their business. So, before we jump into her business, as you know, we're going to first hear about her money story. So, what did you learn about money growing up?
I just knew and learned that I needed a lot of it in order to be, okay and live, like increase my quality of life.
Okay.
Yeah. So I knew as a young girl that I just wanted to live in abundance. And I know it wasn't all about money, but something felt in my spirit like I deserved more than what I had.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. And what did your parents teach you about money?
My mama was the kind like, make sure you save, don't spend all your money, pay your bills before you eat type of person. And my dad is the type of person like, look, if you got it, God gonna bless you with more, so spend it. That's my daddy. So you can say I'm like, it was
The opposite.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of friction because of that.
Okay. And how did that impact your money decisions as you grew older?
I think my parents helped me build like a healthy mix because one thing about me, I do pay my bills before I eat, right? Learning that from my mom. But I am also willing to take my money and bet on myself.
Yeah.
And deposit it. And it may be risky to some, and most probably wouldn't do it. But, I'm willing to do it. I remember, my first business coach I hired, I paid her $28,000. And a lot of people where I'm from the west side of Chicago, a lot of people probably like, girl, you crazy. $28,000 but at the time I was making maybe probably close to $200,000. And that investment into that business coach helped me scale my business to a 7-figure business.
Right. Investing in yourself.
Investing in myself and being courageous enough to just take the initiative to do it.
Okay. Now, tell me about a difficult money time for you.
A difficult money time, I mean, in business, hell, like when I got to pay payroll and things like that. Like I tell people all the time, like I'm a trademark lawyer. And one of the biggest questions I get is, you telling people to do it right away, but where I'm going to get the money from? Right. Well, one thing about it, when you embark on this journey of entrepreneurship, you got to have a mindset where you're going to be creative about raising capital and funding. Because you're going to be in situations where you need that money. So what are you going to do? So like for me as a business owner, 12 years in, I have had a lot of those situations, but it's about me making sure I'm out, I'm marketing my business, I'm pushing my business. So if what I feed it, right, it will feed me back.
Absolutely. So in my book, Rooted and Rich, that's one of the things I talk about. If you take care of your money will take care of you.
Yeah.
And your money should be working for you at all times. So are you an investor?
I am trying to be. And investing in my business.
And that's a form of investment. A lot of people don't realize it. There's two ways that people, I think, invest and don't even realize it. One is owning a business. It's an investment. It's a tax strategy.
Yeah.
And also saving. If you have a savings account and your account is earning interest, that's an investment.
Yeah, and I actually have an insurance account.
And there you
I
go.
do invest in. And
Great.
the way this insurance account is set up, I love it because if I die, I have 3 kids, they get $3 million, right? But if I live a long enough time, then it's actually a retirement vehicle built into it. Even when I'm paying that insurance policy, I am investing into my retirement plan.
Right. So it's going to pay you an annuity later, like a monthly payout.
Yep.
Amazing.
That's my retirement plan as a self-employed person.
Yeah, because that's what you have to do. You have to figure it out. So for me, it's real estate.
Yeah.
So I purchase properties, and that passive income that I get every month is my retirement plan. So when you are an entrepreneur, you have to find those creative ways to invest in your future.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your business.
So I am a trademark attorney. It's RJ Pierce Law Group. It's based out of Chicago, but what I love about my business is I run my business from anywhere in the world. And so being that my business is out of Chicago, but because it's a federal law practice where we do trademarks with the USPTO, we have clients across the world and the nation and the world.
Okay. And why is trademarking important? Because we're talking about investing in yourself and your business,
Yeah.
and trademarking is one of the ways to
Yeah.
do that. So, why is it important?
Yeah, and really quick, I just want to say that business is actually ranked number 41 out of 28,000 trademark law firms in the country. They
Amazing.
recently ranked me number 8 out of 33,000 trademark attorneys in the country. And now, why trademarks is important is because I always ask people, will you build a house on land you don't own? And everyone always says no. So then I say, well, in turn, why are you building that business or that brand and you don't own the name? It's
Right.
the same way, like before we go buy a house or a property, we're going to do a title search first to make sure there's no encumbrances or no liens on the property. And that's the same thing. Before you adopt the name to build a brand on top of, you want to do the research and clear the name so you could make sure that you can build and create this business confidently, knowing that you are the complete owner of the business. So that's why it's important.
Absolutely. And what can happen if you don't trademark? Because I've seen a couple businesses recently, people on the internet who put out great ideas, and there's all of these other people that are like now taking those ideas. And I think that, around social media, people are so excited to just throw stuff out there, me included. You just told me about myself, and I already know better.
Yeah.
So, what can happen if you don't trademark your business?
So I always say there's two types of lawyers: lawyers that like to prevent fires and lawyers that like to fight fires. I like to prevent the fire because it costs you more to fight the fire. And so even if you were the first user, somebody filed a trademark, you can oppose the brand. It just costs more now. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we charge about $1,500 to $1,600 to file a trademark application. But if we have to file an opposition because somebody filed the application before you, that's $3,600, right? So it just costs more. So you want to be proactive, not reactive.
Absolutely. Proactive, not reactive is
Yeah.
so important. Anytime that you're building wealth, you're building a brand, you're building a business,
Yeah,
making sure that you strategize. And part of your strategy is protection.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this knowledge about
Yes.
trademarking. And
Yes.
thank you for watching another episode of the Rooted and Rich podcast.
Yes. Thank you.